G'day Beeks and Beeks to be. Are you curious about learning more about beekeeping?
I have been a beekeeper for over 55 years and rearing queen bees since the 1980s. This is some of the gear that I'm going to place on the nukes this morning. It has been 26 days since I last looked at this particular nuke, and so we're going to see how much brood has been developing. We know that the queen has started to lay because we saw the queen on the 1st of May. Unless there is sufficient warmth in the brood super to rear brood, the hive will go backwards. So that is why I use my 1980s design brood rearing mats. Unless I am requiring bees, I use excluders on all my nukes so that the brood super is kept compact and there is no brood able to be reared above. When lifting the first frame out, it must be brought out very carefully, because if it is whipped out like a rocket, you stand the chance of rolling and killing your queen in an instant. There we are, we have a queen. There she is laying, and she's going berserk. So we'll mark her and clip her. There's the queen, beautiful big queen. Hold the queen in by her feet, and I always clip the part of the wing. This particular year is an odd year, so it's 2019. So after the queen is marked and clipped, I put her in a cage so I can work the hive 10 times quicker. She'll walk up, no need to cover the base, because she'll just keep walking up, and then you can easily put your cork in. There's the queen. She's caged and marked and clipped. We'll just check the rest of these frames, see how they're going. That one's totally sealed with brood, both sides. This one here has got all eggs and larvae in it, and a little bit of honey. And this one here is a little bit of honey and also seal brood larvae. I'll put this one back in again. This queen has built up considerable, considering 26 days ago there was no brood in this particular hive whatsoever. The beetle trap is now being replaced, and the 2 frames either side have been cleaned so that it fits nice and snug. The outside frames are pushed tight together so you reduce the amount of burr comb that the bees will build. The cover for the beetle trap has been completed, and now it is time to put the brood rearing mat on, excluder, and the top super, which only has honey in it for stores. So now I'll release the queen now that we've put everything back together again. Now there goes the queen inside. They're bringing in some pollen, that's for sure. This is near the end of May. And this nuke has increased considerable from when it was first started, the 1st of April. We now have nearly 4 frames of brood, a little bit of honey in the brood super, and I've got 3 frames of honey up above the excluder for their food. Now finishing off the nuke. So. This is the lid, plus I've got another brood rearing mat on top with the beetle trap. I dare to be different. I like to look after my bees all through winter so that they catch any honey flow that is available to them.
Finished.
I go around all my nukes every 10 to 14 days in winter time, and I do the finger test. 1 finger, 2 finger, 3 finger, 4 finger, 4 finger. I can just tilt the nuke with 4 fingers. That tells me that they've got heaps of food for winter. But I still go around every 10 to 14 days as a check, so that they're not starving of food for the winter time, because in the winter time they will use a humongous amount of honey as food for keeping the hive warm. If you put your hand down on the side there, you can feel warmth. Put your hand up on the top for 30 seconds, it's cooler, and so on. So they're generating a humongous amount of warmth and using a huge amount of food.